Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like, no matter how much you bring in, it somehow slips through your fingers? Or like you're pushing harder than ever, but you're still spinning in the same old hamster wheel? I've been there, and here's what I've learned the hard way. Money problems aren't just about money. They're about alignment. Whether your finances are flowing with the Lord's pattern, His purpose, His plan for your life. In this video, I want to share 7 of the most common lies people believe about money and how to replace them with principles that bring real peace, progress, and yes, prosperity. I'm Rob Saunders. I've spent over 4 decades in business, helped lead more than 100 deals, and mentored leaders around the world. And I've learned, when your relationship with money gets aligned with wisdom, something powerful happens. You stop striving and you start building. Let's dive in. The first lie is this: once I earn it, it's mine. It sounds harmless, but it creates massive blind spots. We work hard, we earn income, and we think, okay, I deserve this. This is mine. Totally get it. I used to think the same way. But the most grounded and successful people I know don't treat money like property. They treat it like responsibility. When I shifted from an ownership mindset to a stewardship mindset, my decisions changed. I started thinking long-term. I started building with purpose. Money's not just something you get, it's something you guide. Second, more money equals more happiness. Deep down, we all know this isn't quite true, but it's still tempting to believe. If I just had a little more, then I'd feel secure. Then I'd be happy. But I've seen behind the curtain. Some of the most financially successful people I know are still searching, because money can't fill a spiritual void. Happiness doesn't come from more. It comes from meaning. And money can support that, but it can't substitute for it. Lie number 3 is, I have to figure it all out alone. This one hits hard because it isolates you. I know. I believed it for years. I thought asking for help made me look weak, like I was supposed to have all the answers already. But here's what I've come to understand. We were never designed to walk this journey alone. And the deeper lie behind it, the one I hear a lot, especially from values-driven people, is this: God doesn't care about my finances. I understand where that comes from. Maybe you've prayed and didn't see results. Maybe you've struggled in silence thinking your financial challenges were too worldly to matter. But from everything I've seen in my own life and the lives of others, that's just not true. Your financial life is part of your whole life. It's not separate from your purpose. It's connected, deeply. Whether you call it wisdom, alignment, or divine guidance, real clarity comes when we open ourselves to listen, to ask, and to trust that support is there when we seek it. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's strength rooted in humility. Fourth lie, stress is just part of the hustle. I know this one well. I used to glorify the grind. 70-hour weeks, constant motion, no rest. I'd tell myself, this is what it takes. And for a while, I wore that stress like a badge of honor. But behind the scenes, I was tired. Tired in my body, tired in my spirit. And honestly, the more I chased, the more I felt like I was losing myself. Eventually, I had to admit, just because something is normal doesn't mean it's wise. Chronic stress doesn't just steal your peace, it dulls your creativity, it clouds your decision-making, it pulls you out of alignment with your real purpose. And here's what's wild. Some of the most productive seasons of my life didn't come from pushing harder. They came when I slowed down enough to actually think, to get clear, to reconnect with what I value most. You don't need chaos to create greatness. You need rhythm. You need margin. You need moments of stillness to hear the ideas that truly move the needle. You can build something amazing without burning yourself out. That's not soft. That's smart. That's sustainable. Fifth, struggle means I'm doing something wrong. Let's talk about this, because some of you are in a tough season right now, and you're wondering, did I miss it? Did I mess this up? But listen, not all struggle is failure. Sometimes it's refining. Some of the greatest clarity in my life came right after the most uncertain seasons. And honestly, I believe that struggle, when it's part of your calling, is sacred ground. It's where depth is built. If you're stretching, if you're wrestling, it doesn't mean you're broken. It might mean you're about to break through. Sixth, success comes from working harder. I used to live by this. Outwork everyone. No days off. Always on. And for a while, that hustle did get me results, but it also nearly burned me out. My health suffered. My relationships suffered. And even though I was producing more, I wasn't really progressing. Here's what I've come to realize. Working harder is only one piece of the equation. If you're climbing the wrong mountain, it doesn't matter how fast you move, you're still off course. You need clarity more than speed, leverage more than muscle, and rest, real, restorative rest, is not a luxury. It's part of sustainable performance. I meet people all the time who are exhausted but not effective. They're busy but not building anything that matters. And I say this with love. If that's you, it's time to pause and ask, what am I actually building? True success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters more, on purpose, with wisdom, and in alignment with what truly matters to you. And finally, number 7. Money is just a neutral tool. We hear this all the time. It's just money. It's neutral. But I've seen how money amplifies whatever's inside a person. It doesn't just reveal your habits, it reveals your heart. If you're anxious, money will magnify that. If you're aligned, it can empower that. Money isn't good or bad, but it's never neutral. That's why your mindset matters more than your income. If any of these lies hit home for you, I want you to know you're not alone. We've all picked up beliefs that don't serve us, but you can challenge them, replace them, rise above them. You were made for more than fear, stress, or survival. You were made to build something that lasts. If this resonated with you, subscribe. We're building something powerful here, and I'd love for you to be part of it. I'm Rob Saunders. I'll see you in the next one.